I need exactly 500 for that. If I can find them quickly. Finding little bits here and there. No. Too bad so far. There we go. Okay, I'm set. A little worried there for a minute. You got a feel for this guy. I just went and threw a skull rock into his home, and of course he's mad at me. But it's nice of him to just give me something to go away. Ah, that was right over top of that block. Now what's hidden? Oh, of course. I don't have the flippers yet. I can't really do anything there. Here's the waterfall sound. Waterfall area. See, these are the Zora. So another thing that a lot of people assume originated with Ocarina of Time, but it's not true. The Zora are right here. They're even called Zora. For some reason they're attacking you, but still they're here and not only in Ocarina of Time. Ocarina of Time is a great game, but I do feel it's overrated. To an extent. And more so it's just people acting like it's the only one out there. Just not realizing that it doesn't hold the origins to all things Zelda. And that's what bothers me about it. Not it is a good game, a very good game. I just like this game better, and Wind Waker as well, because yes, Ocarina of Time birthed 3D Zelda very well too, but a lot of the stuff it took. Oops, wrong item. I'm supposed to toss in the shield and boomerang. Okay, yeah, Ocarina of Time, great game, but can't say I really think it's better than some of the other ones. This game really teaches you honesty, doesn't it? As if you say that you didn't throw it in, then she just gives it back to you and she's mad. It also teaches money buys you happiness, apparently. There's this, you upgrade your bomb bag and quiver by throwing money into a pond. Pond of Happiness, I believe is what it's actually called. Flute now. My sword is stronger, so it makes this area a little easier as well. And let's see. That's only bombs or rupees or something, so I don't really need that. I caught a fairy. Keep it in the bottle. Oh, those poor fairies. Being trapped in that bottle all the time. And what did they ever do to us? Now, Twilight Princess. Honestly, I seem to be almost alone in this feeling, but I find it to be somewhat better than Ocarina of Time. It's... Oops, what am I doing? Just because it was made to be an improvement, and it really is an improvement. It took a lot of the elements of Ocarina of Time and what made them good, and then made them better. And I hardly think that's something to complain about. They definitely did it differently. What the heck? Okay, I'm messing up here. Oh, right, I was supposed to have done that before. I gotta be in the same screen when I lower that water. Bugger. Gotta do this again. Oh well, I can raise my hearts. Anyway. I already have 2 fairies, so I can just convert this one and let it heal me. I knew I forgot something there. Okay, as I said, this is supposed to be the second crystal in the game. And assuming you took longer to do things than I did, then you probably have enough rupees to have bought the flippers on your own at that moment. But I did not. I would not if I didn't get that 300 rupee chest in the village, the dark side of the village, I should say. Wow, I never get those in one run. That's impressive. This is a pretty quick dungeon. There isn't much to it. I can understand getting lost in it, but in the game, in this dungeon, but there's not too much to worry about in here. Figuring out the water level is something. It's a little confusing, but nothing like Ocarina of Time's water temple. The speedrunner in me cringes at that animation because it just takes so long. I'm a little over an hour and a half into my gameplay. I can't remember. Do I go up there? I need a key. Yeah, I do. There's a fair bit of backtracking in this particular dungeon that you can't really avoid. Oh, lovely. I just want to get rid of this guy so I don't have to worry about him later. Ah, the fireball again. Out of the way. Now, the only rupees I need for the rest of the game are 100 for... when I get the giant bomb much later. Now here's something that'll get a lot of people. You have to turn this back to orange. If you don't, then you won't be able to get the big key. That means you can't even exit through the south there. You have to go around here. Because I know I did it in practice where I spend all the time getting to the other end and way over to this part of the dungeon here, and then just to find out that I have to go back. Really annoying. Just get down there, I don't think. I sometimes just get hit a lot in this dungeon. It's not that hard, but there's a lot to potentially damage you. Oops, just like that. But it's really nice to have the red shield by this time because of all the fireballs that are in there. There, the big key. Now this one, I've debated using the... I've debated using the mirror at this point, but... it's a tough call because I think it probably takes a little bit longer to get back rather than to work your way back to that center room as opposed to just taking it on foot like this. But now I'm about to get the staple of a very original item of the whole Zelda series, Boing, the hook shot. And in this game, it makes things a little easier by being able to stun more types of enemies that the boomerang doesn't work on. And it can even damage a lot more enemies as well. Here. Don't need to go through that. Go through here. Yeah, know that water. I think that's a heart piece down there, or a heart... whatever, anyway. Yeah, okay. There's rupees if I head down, but I don't need them. Now here, confused a lot of people, think you have to go down there, but no you don't. You go down here. There's not many hints in this game. They don't really tell you you have to go that way. Whereas the later Zelda games, they really drive it home that you have to go a certain direction sometimes, but not in this one. Especially in the dungeons, because there's nobody there to tell you. There's no annoying fairy to yell at you, to listen repeatedly. This boss really is not that hard, you just gotta stay away from him enough. Whoa, I didn't mean to do that. Ha. See, I have a more powerful sword than I should at this point in the game, so yeah, very quick to kill him. And I already have 11 hearts too. Now here's where the game starts speeding up and I start